If you want to get rich as a filmmaker, there's only really one key way to do that, and that's to grow a business bigger than just yourself. Because you have a limited capacity. You can only work 24 hours in a day maximum, and that's assuming you don't sleep or eat or do anything in between. Now, of course, you can specialize in something and you can take that road, but again, it's still limited to you. What happens when you're sick? Can you generate money in your sleep? And the answer to those questions is no. And that's why at the start of my journey, the number one thing that I did was set up my business so I was always destined to employ a team of people. Now, I didn't start off by employing them. I started to use freelancers and create a network of people around me who were really good at different things, whether that was filmmakers, editors, virtual assistants that would help me with my accounting and all of that boring stuff. But ultimately, I knew from early on, if I wanted to have a business that would run itself and generate money without me needing to be in it, if I wanted it to generate more money than I could ever dream of in my lifetime, then I needed to have a team and build something that didn't rely on me. So in this video, I want to break down the 5 key strategies I've used to do just that and how you can get rich as a filmmaker, whether you're still a freelancer at the moment and that's how you want to remain for the time being, or if you want to build out a full production company. You guys will have to excuse this light coming in and out, by the way. We've tried to block it off, but it's going to be a nightmare. It's a sunny day in the UK, what can I say? So the first thing you need to focus on is relationships. Relationships is what's going to provide longevity to your business. So think about the clients that you've worked with this year, or think about the clients that you've worked with since you've started your business. What are you actually doing to look after them? Do you send them a card on their birthday? Do you have regular meetups with them every single month? If you're not doing those things, even though they seem really simple and easy to do, they are valuable and they connect with the client on a slightly different level. I'll often go out for lunches with clients just to get an idea of what they're up to, because the more I get an understanding of what they're doing, the more I can find opportunities to work together. And that leads me nicely onto the second point, which is sales. Never forgetting to do sales. Now, I did release a series on this channel about my failing production company where we overlooked this exact same thing, and we ended up losing over $100,000 worth of sales almost in the space of a couple of weeks. And that's because I got too complacent. I wasn't consistent with my sales approach, and consistency or lack of consistency is what kills businesses. So if you want to get rich as a filmmaker, you have to have a solid sales process in place. You can now leverage AI to automate a lot of this for you, but I would say dedicate at least 1 day a week to building out those relationships, checking in with existing clients, finding new opportunities, going out for some lunches with them, and then dedicate at least 1 or 2 days to sales. Now, you might want to split that up over the week. I don't care how that looks, but just dedicate time to that sales process, generating new leads, outreaching to businesses, having conversations, because without them, your business will be stuck and you certainly won't get rich. And really what I'm talking about here is step 3, which is process. You cannot have a business that runs itself or grows bigger than you without a process. How can you expect anyone to know what to do if there's not actually kind of written down? I spent probably 6 months of my life really revisiting my business, thinking about when a client comes into our business and we have an initial meeting with them, right through to delivering a project. What does that process look like? And more importantly, how can I make this process easy to understand so anyone who is not even a filmmaker could come into my business and start to run this, start to know what happens at each point? If you think of McDonald's, you go to McDonald's anywhere in the world, you get pretty much exactly the same service. You know what you're going to get when you go to McDonald's. It's a franchise and they've built out that system and that process so that it's easy for everyone to understand. And that's why they're able to scale it globally, is because of that system. On a much smaller scale, we need to focus on that in our business if we really want to get rich, if we want to grow bigger than just us and start to implement a team of people, or even with the help of AI, we need to have some kind of system laid out. And if it's not written down, then it doesn't exist. Step 4 is probably the most important one, but it's something that filmmakers forget because they're so busy focused on the vanity metrics. There's a lot of stuff on the internet, a lot of people on YouTube talking about revenue all the time. Revenue is the vanity metric. It's the, I made $1 million, I made 100,000, this project was 20,000. What I'm concerned about is the profit. So step number 4 is focus on your profit margins. If you don't focus on the profit that you're making, you cannot be rich. I would much rather only make $100,000 a year, but actually have a $50,000 profit than make $1 million a year and only have a $10,000 profit. I actually know a lot of filmmakers that would get a $30,000 project from a client and they would spend almost all the amount on equipment hire, on team, on making the project look amazing, which is fantastic. What's the point in running a business if we're not actually generating profit? Because profit is what's going to give you time freedom and financial freedom to do the things that you want in life. And that's why we create a business in the first place, right? If you want to get rich as a filmmaker, then there's one thing that you have to do, and that's you have to subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, apparently it's bad luck. So make sure you do that right now if you're not already. On a serious note, the final point of this process is recurring revenue. If you don't have a predictable cash flow in your business, if you don't know when or where that next project is coming from, then it makes it almost impossible to grow. You're growing purely based on luck and hope. By introducing something like an RCP system that will enable you to sign up clients onto long-term contracts, they're high ticket, and it means that you have a set fee coming in every month, then you know you've got that money to spend on equipment or on team, staff, rental of a studio, whatever that is for you. Having guaranteed income is the thing that really makes everything work. I've got a full 2-hour training on this, how to generate leads for your business, how to email people and do outreach methods so that you actually generate some success, and finally, how to leverage something like the RCP system to create recurring revenue for your business. Really, without it, it makes it hard to grow. And I'm also going to give you a number of strategies to show you how to convert clients onto these contracted plans, and also I'm going to give you some templates as well. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can sign up to that workshop. And if you've enjoyed this video, let me know what you thought in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, peace.